Hi everyone, it's Siobhan. How you doing? What's everybody up to? Y'all are probably like at work or at your desk or something like that. So I'm so excited to be coming on Facebook today to talk with my illustrator, Kennedy Blanton. Um, to continue Fearless the Conversation. We partnered together to produce a children's book entitled Fearless 21 Affirmations to Build Bold and Confident Young Girls. And I wrote this book as a passion project. I felt led by God to write it to encourage young girls to not allow fear to stop them in pursuing anything in life that they want to pursue. So today we've been talking every Monday and Wednesday, I think, during the month of February, during Black History Month. And we've been talking to women that I believe are courageous and bold and confident and are fearless. And today I have the honor of having my actual illustrator online with me to talk about fearless and, putting her work out there and overcoming fear and doing something new and opening up for the first time. So I'm so excited to have her on. We're going to try to get her in here. All right. Hi, Kennedy. Welcome. Hey, Tiffany. Hi, Miss Gonzalez. Kennedy is coming in. She's coming in. I hope everybody's having a good day today. She's coming in. We're going to talk about fearless. We're going to talk about this. Hi. Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you. Hey, girl.
Hi.
So first of all, how was school today? Because you just got to class.
I didn't have school today.
Oh, you didn't have school today?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well then that's good. That's so good. Because I know if I were like 12, after school, I would have been like, ma'am, I don't want to do this. It's school. I've been sitting in front of the Zoom in front of my teachers all day. So thank you so much, Kennedy, for jumping on it. I'm so glad you didn't have class today. So that makes it even easier, to hang out. So we have been talking about the last few weeks about fearless, and I've been going online with a few different women who I believe possess fearlessness in their life, and talking to them just about the book and about the process and about promoting the book and getting a heightened awareness about it. And so I'm so thankful that you were willing to talk to me today as well as partner with me on the book. So let's talk a little bit about how the whole process started as far as you and I working together. Okay, so you can let me know if I get anything wrong. I think I got this. So last year, I don't remember the date, but I want to say at the beginning of the year, I talked to your mom, Charlotte, and I said, hey, I really want to write this children's book, and I'm thinking about an illustrator. And I think maybe a week prior or a few days prior, I had seen some work that either your mom or your dad, I think your dad had posted.
Yeah, I see it.
Interested, but could she possibly, participate with me? It's my first time. It's my first children's book. So is there any way that she maybe would, want to participate? And she was like, I think it was a text, Kennedy. I think I texted Shar and asked her. And so then you tell me what happened next when asked your mom.
She asked me like, was I interested in like doing a book for you? And I was so excited because I really wanted to like get my art out there and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
like for you to just like come out the blue and ask me, did I want to do a book? It was overwhelmingly exciting.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen. That is exciting. I know, especially something kind of your first time doing something on a larger scale. It can be so overwhelming. But I'm so proud of you. I feel like you took the challenge so well. You gave me ideas, I gave you ideas, and you were able to really run through with it. And also, um, I feel like you were able to bring life, you know, to the words that I was putting on the page. You were able to really bring those words to life through what you did, through your illustrations. So I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful for you just working with me, and you know, and giving me the talent that you have. So I'm so proud of you. I know this is only the beginning for you, and there's just so much more, you know, gifting and talent that God has placed in you. So I'm so excited, you know. I'm so excited for you. Okay, so today, so let's just put it out there, Kennedy, that we're both a little nervous, okay? So let's just put it out there, okay? But we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it together. So I have a few questions that I want to ask you, and we're just gonna kind of go back and forth in conversation, just about fear and how what do you think about this book as far as for young people perspective, about encouraging young people to not be afraid. So hold on, Kennedy, I'm getting friend requests. I think this is all like your family and friends trying to come into the live. Okay. Hi, Mary Pleasant Home. She should be coming in the live in a few. Okay. So let me see who else. Okay. So let's get to these questions. Okay. So another thing too, Kennedy, these questions, you know, if they seem a little bit like, Miss Siobhan, I don't know what you're talking about, that's okay too. Okay, so just let me know, if it's a whole lot, just let me know. Okay, so first question on the hot seat. Isn't she though? That's my friend Carlene. She's saying you're so adorable. I say, isn't she though? She's so cute. Okay, so express a time, Kennedy, when you felt like you have been most afraid or fearful of something, and why you may have felt that way. And then you share yours, and then I'll share mine, so it can be back and forth.
So the like most scariest thing that's ever like happened for me
Mm-hmm.
is when you asked me to do the book, because it was like I didn't want to mess it up,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
like my art style wasn't something you had in mind, or
Mm-hmm.
you didn't like what I did for the book, so you were just gonna be like, oh, never mind, I'll just go to someone else. That was like my worst fear, because I really wanted to do like the art for you, because you were like one of my biggest role models with like
Aww.
so like I didn't want to like be rejected by you or something like that.
No. And let me tell you, putting out something personally can be so scary, you know. And so I think for me, as much as you may have felt afraid of that, I also felt afraid too. I constantly talked to Shar, and I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm putting too much of a burden on her, or making it something that's too challenging for her, you know. And you know, whenever you go out to do something and produce that you feel that you really like, you want other people to really like it too, you know. And so that same level of fear that you felt, I felt that same fear even as a grown woman, you know, that I'm putting out something that, you know, I hope that people respond to it in the way that I'm trying to present it, you know. So I think the fears is just both. I'm so proud of you, you know, for even when I came back with like changes and like and rewrites and everything, you just picked it up and just ran with it, you know. So again, I'm so proud of you. And I think, Kennedy, that speaks to, you know, as you continue to grow as a young lady in your life, that even when you feel fearful, don't let it stop you. You know what I'm saying? And don't even also let, when people may not understand, you know, or you may feel like they may reject you, and I say rejection in air quotes, that's okay. You know, that is totally okay. You just keep moving forward on the things that you feel like God has placed in your heart to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and let me tell you, you are my role model. As a kid, I was so shy, Kennedy. I was shy. I'm an older cousin. I have a lot of younger cousins under me, but I really dealt with being shy and being afraid to express myself, and, you know, not always speaking up, you know. So I think that you as a young girl, having that confidence, you know, and trying different things and putting yourself out there, that is huge. So take that and keep going as you continue to grow as a young lady. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So, okay. So second question, what is your fear factor? So like in life, and again, if this question is too, you know, challenging, just let me know. So what do you think is the thing that makes you most afraid? So I'm going to answer first, Kennedy, to kind of help you, to kind of give you some insight as how you may consider answering that question. So for me, hey, Miss Jackie, hey, Carlene, hey, Irma. So for me, my fear factor is always about potentially what someone might say about something that I'm doing, or how something might look to other people about what I'm doing. So I have a picture of myself that I want to post on social media. But I won't post a picture because I'm like, I don't know if I should post that. I don't know. And so that's something that I'm constantly working through. And part of the reason why I wrote the book, Kennedy, is for young ladies like you, because I don't want you to not do something or not pursue something because of what you think other people will think about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to listen to your parents. It's always good to listen to wise counsel and people that are with you. But there's on the inside of you, God has given you a voice. There's certain things that he will call you to do that other people won't always understand. So my fear factor is to not worry about people and to do what I know that God is calling me to do, and to not be afraid and not worry about their responses. So based on my response, what would you say is your fear factor? If you have one, you may not have one.
I do have a fear factor, and it's somewhat similar to yours, and that's big groups of people. Like big groups of people like scare me because like before like all of like the pandemic happened, I was already afraid of like big groups of people and
Yeah.
like what people think and everything. But like as the pandemic went on and on, like my fear of big groups of people have got more and more intense. Like you might not notice it, but like YMCA, I know those people, so it's like fine. But like if you see me at my brother's football game or like at the store or something, I'll be like, are they looking at me? Are they watching? You'll see me do that, and you're like, what is she doing? And I'm like, just looking around, just like, what's happening? So,
But Kennedy, I think the way you feel is common to most girls your age. I don't think I think that it's very, very common to young ladies your age, where you kind of feel like, well, who's looking at me, and why, and I don't really know them and everything. So I think that that's very, very common at your age. And so again, I just want to constantly reiterate, I'm so proud of you for even getting on this live. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it can be so challenging knowing that people are looking at us, they're watching us. This is going to be reposted, so strangers, that we don't necessarily know that close may see it. But what I'm learning, Kennedy, and I want you to know, is sometimes even if you're afraid, you can still do it. So still do it, even if you feel afraid, even when you feel like if you, when school opens back up and you may want to try and get into a group, or try to participate in some type of club or organization that involves a lot of people. And sometimes that can kind of make you kind of, say, oh, I can't be in front of all those people. But you are a co-author, you are illustrator now. So you can do this, okay? You can totally overcome, large groups of people, and you can totally go for and do, whatever you may want to participate, in school. So thank you for telling me. And I tell Char this all the time. So I teach group exercise, and I have to stand in front of groups of people, and I'm always so nervous, but I can't, but it's always going on internally, like in my stomach is doing like tumble sets. I'm like, my stomach is like working overtime. But once I get started and get in that thing, it's so comfortable. It just flows easily. But I think everybody has a little bit of that nervous energy prior to doing something. And then once they get in the groove, they just, they're just maximizing it, and they're just doing great. So, okay. This one too, Kennedy, might be a little bit of a challenging question, but I'm going to go ahead and answer it first to kind of maybe help you, as far as answering. So, do you feel like, and I'm gonna rephrase this question because you haven't really had to make a lot of important decisions yet. You're 12, so you're pretty young. But do you think that prior to schools closing due to COVID, was there anything that you may have wanted to participate in at school, or like lead a project for your class, and you felt that maybe fear kept you from doing that? Was there anything like in school that you may have wanted to do, but because of fear, you decided, I'm not going to do that?
Um, yes. When like online school started, I
Hmm.
was scared of asking questions in class
Okay.
because it was like I didn't want the teacher. My fear was that like the teacher was gonna be like, "Are you listening? Like I just said what I was gonna say." Like
Right.
that was my worst fear because I didn't want to be like embarrassed in front of like people I
Right.
don't even know. So I
Right.
didn't ask questions in class, but now I'm like, it doesn't hurt to ask a question, so I just asked the question in class.
Very
But
good.
also, it has like strained me trying to make friends now
Mhm.
because of being like cooped up. Like I don't really, I'm not used to like being like, oh, there's a person. Let me go talk to them.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
someone. Let me go talk to them. I
Yeah.
don't go and do that anymore because I'm like, they're gonna make fun of me. I'm good. So I just like that's put a strain on me, I guess.
When I tell you, Kennedy, again, I think that what you're saying is so critical for so many girls your age and around your age, that you may feel hesitant about reaching out and necessarily talking to someone that you don't know, or even asking a question. I know for me, even in like a work environment, as a professional woman, we're having a meeting, and sometimes you may have a question that so many other people want to know the answer to, but you won't ask that question because you feel like it will make you seem like you weren't listening, or you weren't paying attention, or maybe somebody else in the meeting will think that you're not focused on what they're saying. But oftentimes I found that whenever I ask a question later, someone will come up to me and say, I was going to ask that same question. And so we never know if fear may have kept that person from answering the question. So that's a note to you to always ask. You know what I'm saying? If there's a question, I think I've heard this before. The only stupid question is the one that's not asked. So ask it. You know what I'm saying? Ask the question, whatever it is you want to know, ask it, because we won't know unless we ask that question. And I mean, just Tanya is on live, commenting that she's experienced that, kind of feeling like maybe didn't want to ask a question, but then later being bold, asking that question, and then, somebody saying, hey, that helped me. So another thing you mentioned about walking up to people that you don't know and just trying to be their friend or trying to get to know them. Kennedy, I struggle with this. I struggle. So like I can be, I can dance like all around everybody, like, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. But when it comes to like one-on-one, like talking just to somebody else, I can get a little quiet here. I can get a little, I can get a little shy. I kind of wait for others to kind of approach me before approaching them. And I'm learning that, and I hope you can take this too, that, sometimes there are things on the inside of us, there's encouragement, there's a smile, there's a hug, there's something inside of us that someone else may need. And if we can keep ourselves back, we may prevent ourselves from helping someone else. And so it always is worth it to take that chance and reach out to somebody, and say hi to someone, and try to build that relationship, because so much good can come out of that. So much good can come out of that. And that's a word for me, Kennedy. I need to do better. I totally need to do better with like being the initiator of the conversation, because I can just sit back and not say anything. And then, I wait for people to come and talk to me, but I definitely have to get better with reaching out, because we all have things that we can share and benefit with one another. And when we open ourselves up to that, we can help each other. And not only can we help other people, but other people can help us. So the more we open ourselves to other people can help us as well. So, okay, you all right? You all right on the hot seat? You still all right?
I'm fine.
Okay, 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 good, very good. Okay, so let's talk about. I think you kind of answered this question prior to. You said that you really wouldn't necessarily walk up to someone and, say hi or anything like that. So the question I have for you is, how have you overcome, or how are you overcoming fear in your life? How are you going to proceed moving forward? So once school opens back up, and, you're back around, different people, and you're back in the classroom, and how do you plan to overcome fear, of being in large groups or being around people? Do you have any, steps or any plans on how you plan to do that?
Definitely the first step that I am going to take to like overcome my fear factor is going back to school.
Okay.
Because me and my parents think it would be like a really good like step to overcome the fear of like big groups of people. So if
Okay.
I can overcome like the 9 weeks of like school year, then
Mhm.
it'll definitely alleviate my fears somewhat.
Yes. Yes. I wholeheartedly I agree. So I have a story. Let me share a story, okay? Because I'm older. I'm a little older than you, so I have a little story. So back in the day, when I would go to middle school, I went to Ollie Middle School in Leaf, Texas, and um I was so shy, Kennedy. So they would have this thing where the buses would drop you off, and everybody would congregate in the big cafeteria. Everybody would sit there until it was like the bell would sound and it was time to go to class. Okay. I would sit in the restroom, Kennedy, until the bell rang. I was so shy. I just the thought of like going up to a strange person and asking them to be my friend, or like getting to know someone, it was so daunting. It was such a challenge for me. And so I know that I was not the only person in the bathroom. I know it's other little girls that be hiding in the bathroom, like afraid to talk to people, And so again, I wanted to again collaborate with you and write this book so that people will not feel fearful. There's so much on the other side of being afraid. There's so much life on the other side of fear. And a friend just responded, I learned something new about you. Yeah, I was hiding in the bathroom. I was like, I can't go out there and be around, because it was just so many. Kennedy, when you say large groups, it's like hundreds. It's not like 50 people. It's like hundreds of people that you don't know. And I felt so insecure. Like, they're looking at me. What are they going to say to me? How, like all this stuff. And I think that so many teens feel like that. I think a lot of teens, especially if you're someone, and I started sixth grade in Houston. I did my elementary education in Louisiana. So I came to sixth grade as a brand new, I didn't know anyone. I knew no one at school. And so when you're coming in from a different state and you don't know anyone, and you're just it can be so overwhelming. So I say that to say I know where you are. And so the one thing that I would tell my younger self, if I were trying to go hide in the bathroom stall because I was scared to meet people. I didn't want to meet people. I would say, come on, Siobhan, come out of that bathroom and go out there and meet some friends, because most people, Kennedy, I think we're more alike than we are different. And so just as shy as I felt, I'm sure there were another teenager that felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? That felt afraid. And instead of me running away and hiding, I could have been the person to link up with them, and we could have been friends. You know what I'm saying? So when you do go back to school, reach out to those people. Reach out to those people, because you never know, a great friendship, a great relationship, a great sisterhood can build from that. So that's definitely something. So how do you plan on overcoming fear?
I plan on overcoming fear like even though I know I'm gonna be scared or if I don't want to,
Mm.
I feel like if I do it, it's gonna make me feel better. And like if I can do it,
Mhm.
there shouldn't really be like a problem
Mhm.
with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's real. That's real. Just do it anyway. I agree. Just do it anyway. Anyway, just do it. Just do it anyway. So the last question on the hot seat is, how do you define being fearless? How would you say? How would you define it in your own words?
Being fearless is like
You're
being
good,
like
Kennedy. You're good. You're good.
I guess being fearless is like being brave and like conquering your fears and like making it like knowing that it's okay to make mistakes,
Yes.
learning from those mistakes,
Yes.
being okay with the fact that you make mistakes and you're a human and you will
Mhm.
learn from those mistakes and be better in the future. But
Yes.
if you just like pray about it and keep God close to you, then you'll be
Yes.
okay and you'll
Yes.
be real eventually.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, Kennedy, for you to be 12, that's words of wisdom that you just spoke. That is words of wisdom that, you it's being bold, and it's doing it anyway, and not letting fear stop you, and believing that God inside you gives you the strength to do exactly what you need to do. I love your definition of fearless. It is just seeing the fear and not letting it stop you, and totally not letting it stop you. So I think that you spoke just super words of wisdom, especially coming from someone of such a young age. I feel again like it's so many girls your age who sometimes I think, Kennedy, fear can cause you to do something. Like sometimes if you are in a situation where you're in a group of people, and people can try to convince you to do something that maybe that your parents wouldn't approve of, or you might not approve of. Fear can sometimes make you say, okay, y'all, I'm gonna get in the car with y'all, or okay, I'm gonna follow y'all to the store, or okay, I'm gonna do this. So fear, it can work out, it can work both. So knowing that you don't have to follow the crowd, you can stand out and be yourself and be amazing as you are, and not follow the crowd into doing something that you shouldn't do. I think that makes you fearless too, is being able to stand on your own, and not follow the crowd, especially if the crowd is leading you into something that might not be the best for you. I think that's fearless, being willing to stand on your own. Because sometimes, as I know, for me as a younger, as a kid, I followed, some crowds that were not necessarily the best for me, and I had to learn after. So it's always good to be able to stand in yourself and know, hey, I can be fearless. I can say, no, I'm not gonna follow y'all, or yes, I will follow y'all. This is the right way for me to go. So okay, so let's talk about just your process with the book. Okay, so let's just kind of talk about that a little bit. So, because we have the hot seat, we have the questions. So, when I gave you just the affirmations, right? When I gave you the affirmations, and I said, hey, Kenny, this is what I want to do, and I'm thinking about this particular drawing and this. How did you feel? Like, what was kind of like your process as far as that?
My process is like my imagination was like open because I knew I had to keep an open mindset
Mm-hmm.
about what you wanted because yet again that is your book and you have an imagination
Mm-hmm.
that's specific and you want it a certain way and
Yeah.
I was open to that. So I knew that even I was open to like how you wanted it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but sometimes it was frustrating because I didn't know really what I was
Yeah.
supposed to do
Yeah,
as
we were all kind of learning through the process, Kennedy. Yes, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
And so
Tell Shar stop telling you what to say. Shar, let Kennedy answer. Shar.
and so I kept asking my mom and my dad because my dad's a really good drawer and my
Mm-hmm.
mom's like really good with like knowing how you are and what you
Mm-hmm.
wanted. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I had to ask my dad, like, how should I draw this? Like, what
Yeah.
think Miss Siobhan want? And then
Yeah.
mom helped me and she was like, I think she wants it this type of way, so you should keep drawing it. And I kept like drawing it over and over again
Uh-huh.
and till I got the perfect one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to show you like the
Yeah.
other sketches to make sure like, oh,
We
I want to add this to
we
this
did.
sketch.
We went through the process of like forward and back, and like trying different illustrations, and reworking things. One of the things that I loved is there's the illustrations includes mirrors, and how you added your own imagination to the different mirrors. And I love that. I love with the color. I really just said I wanted things that were bright and colorful, and you just kind of took it and went with it. And I also love that we try to show um, people of color in the book. So we really wanted to show young Black girls. We really wanted to show Hispanic women. We really wanted to show uh, uh, Asian culture. We really wanted to show different cultures in the book, because we want to see ourselves represented, right? So the more I see, myself in a book, that will make me think, hey, I can do that. I can do what this person is doing. So I love that, we really focused on trying to have people of color in there, people who look like you. Even the girl on the front, with the puff, is kind of resonant of you and how you would wear your hair. You know what I'm saying? So we really wanted to have girls that can look in the book and see themselves in that, and see someone else, in someone that looks like them.
Yeah, I wanted to add to like
Yeah.
what you said, because when I was drawing and stuff,
Yeah.
I have a little cousin. Her name is Carson. I think you know her. And like when I was drawing, I kept thinking of her when I was doing the little black girl. And like I have this friend named Abby, and she has like this little cousin, I think. And I
Yeah.
was thinking of her when I was drawing the Hispanic girl. And I know this lady named Anne, and she has a daughter. So
Hmm.
I she's two daughters, so I was thinking of them when I was drawing them.
I love that.
And so I like the fact that I could draw like different races. So like when they
Hmm.
would look to the book, they'd be like, "She looks just like me."
Yes, yes,
So
yes. That
that's
is the
what I like
I
about the book.
and see, I love how you as a 12-year-old are able to pick up from younger people, and get inspired by them. So it's I love that you looked outside of yourself. You looked at other people who you love, who remind you of people you would like to see, and how you were able to implement them in the book. So I think that's powerful. Again, you would want that younger girl, that 3-year-old, that 4-year-old, that 5-year-old to see that and say, hey, that kind of looks like me, or I wear my hair like that, or I can wear my hair like that, or this person is walking on the moon, so maybe I can walk on the moon one day. So that's really the whole premise of Fearless, is again to just remind young girls, remind you, Kennedy, like I can sit on social media and share how I feel about this project that I'm involved in. And I can share my illustrations with the world. I can share my gifts, I can share my talents. I don't have to allow fear to stop me, because Kennedy, you could have said, Miss Siobhan, this is too much for me. I've never done this before. I don't want to do that. I'm not really sure, because we had so many opportunities where we did redrawings and going back and forth, and you never gave up. You were consistent, you kept pushing forward. So again, I'm so proud of you. I think that you show that you're consistent, you're diligent, you are willing to push forward, even where there are challenges. And Kennedy, those are the type of characteristics you need in this world. You know what I'm saying? To have feelings of just never wanting to give up, and keep pursuing and pushing forward till you see your dream come to pass. So I hope that when you see the book, you not only see a part of my dream come to pass, but I hope you see a part of your dream and what you can do come to pass. I pray that all of the seeds that you sow, the time, the effort, the creativity, the imagination, that how it can impact other people. And I don't believe that the book will stay here. I'm really believing the book will go worldwide, that many people will see it and have access to it, that many people will know your name, and know of the talent and the gift that you have on the inside, and that you were willing to share, with me. So I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to your mom and your dad, that they just allowed you to work with me. And it's just it makes my heart smile to see what we've done. So it's beautiful to see it, and to hold a copy and to look at it. It's just so wonderful. So I'm truly, truly so grateful to you. I'm grateful to Charlotte. I'm grateful to your dad as well. I'm so proud of you. So it's only so Kennedy, it's up from here. It's up from here. I'm not called Cardi B, but it's up from here. Okay. There's just so much more that you can do. And again, I'm so proud of you. And to all of y'all that's on the live, thank y'all so much for supporting us. Thank you for purchasing the book. I'm so grateful. I pray that when you read it, that you're blessed by it, that you're encouraged by it, that you know that you can be fearless, that there's nothing that you can't do, and we know that young people are our future, and we want to empower them, encourage them, and let them know that really there's nothing that's impossible, that they can do anything and everything. Any closing words, Kennedy? You did that, boo.
Not really.
No? Okay. You did great though. Do you feel like you're good?
Thank you for letting me do this live with you and stuff because I was really nervous to do this, but I've been studying these questions like it was a test because I was like so nervous. I was like, what if I answer this question wrong? So, but I'm
No, there's
excited.
no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. Who you are, the answer you give is perfect. There is no right answer. And let me also back it up too. There's something that you said that I forgot that I just remembered. You talked about making mistakes. And listen, in life, we all make a lot of those. But guess what? It's okay. And it's totally a part of being a human. We all make mistakes. And the good thing about mistakes is that we can recover from them. We can learn from them, and we can come out better on the other side from them. So it's okay. As a woman who's made a lot of mistakes, just know that you can always recover from your mistakes. There are always tools to learn. And then you can learn from those mistakes, and then you can grow and make better decisions as you go on. So don't be afraid to try something because you're afraid to make a mistake. I think the mistake is in not trying. So when we try, that's huge. When we try and we attempt to do something, I think there's power in doing that more than worrying about if we make a mistake. If we make a mistake, it's okay. You can clean it up and just do something different the next time. So I'm so proud of you, Kennedy. I'm so grateful for you. Shar, I love you. I know you can hear me over there. Thank you, Mr. Blanton. So I'm so proud of you, Kennedy, and I'm just grateful to see where this book is going to go. And I'm just so thankful for you again sharing your talent with me. And I'm just so proud of you. So if you go on Amazon and you search for the book, it says Siobhan LeBlanc and Kennedy Blanton. I don't know if you knew that, but if you go on Amazon, the book says your name on there. The book, your name is on the front copy of the book as well. And you can also order the book if you go to SiobhanLeBlanc.com and pre-order there as well. So again, Kennedy, I'm so proud of you. You did great on live. You did great. You did super, super great. I'm so proud of you. And I can't wait to see you we're going to have a probably some type of outdoor event so we can party and celebrate for the book release. But if I don't see you before then, happy anniversary, Shar. And I hope to see you soon. I'm so proud of you, Kennedy. Thank you. Bye. Thank y'all for watching. Bye. Thank you.